look at the segments. The key to reversing the African and Nigerian situation. Remember, that's the main topic. But we needed to give you background information. We needed to guide you first so that you understand, okay, what is going on? How do we do it? There is a key, like we told you. The first thing that you need to do is to understand the situation. Understand what we said that is happening in Africa and in Nigeria. You need to understand it. Calm down. Kulu, kulu, kulu temper. Kulu, kulu. It's not by, oh, shout, oh, they are killing us, they are killing us. No. Calm down. Pay attention. Listen. Because if you don't understand, if you don't understand the problem, you will not understand the solution. And you will go and get yourself in the wrong place. We don't want that to happen. We want our people to be preserved. We want our people to be preserved. So understanding the situation is the first step. Then understanding the pathway to remedy the situation. We told you the situation is colonization, slavery of an entire continent. How do we remedy it? A new system. We are not amending colonialism. We are not fixing neocolonialism. We are removing it completely. Decolonization, removing it completely. So because when you understand what we're saying, you'll join in the campaign for complete decolonization of Africa, of course, Nigeria and other African countries. How? By recovering the sovereignty of the indigenous ethnic nationalities. That is when and how we lost the sovereignty and the power over our ancestral lands, our assets and resources. It's simple. Freedom. There's slavery. How do we end slavery? Terminate slavery, terminate slavery systems and structures, and free the people. Simple. It's so simple like this, so straightforward. You're not going to do economic freedom and then do religious freedom separately and do that one freedom. No, because they are together in that system. We told you the colonial system operates through three tools: ignorance, fear, and military terrorism. They're together. So you can't remove one and leave the other. We have to remove the entire system. You need to understand that Ninas is leading the Nigerian leg of that urgent task. At the core of that task is the dismantling of the colonial and neo-colonial constitutional structures and the reconfiguration of our constitutional structures in exercise of sovereignty to serve our own interests, not the interest of the colonial monsters, not the interest of IMF, not the interest of World Bank and all this nonsense you're calling. All those ones are all the fingers of colonialism. Power must return back to the people so that we can free the people, and they will begin to live their life the way they're supposed to live, and the world will be a better place. Remember, we told you that this article, this part of the slide is based on the article written by Mr. Tony Nnadi on September 2nd, 2023. It was titled African Revolt, Overthrowing Imposed Constitutional Arrangements to Terminate Neo-Colonial Structures in Africa. We continue. Remember, we are talking about the key to reversing the situation in Africa. If you missed any part of this video, please later you come back and go to it so that you understand what we are talking about. Because if you don't understand the entire concept, you will be making comments that kind of disgracing you in public, because you think maybe it's a personal fight, it's an individual. No. It's a whole complete structure, so you understand it. And then when you make comments in public, you'll be making informed comments. You will not be disgracing yourself just because you're hiding behind a phone or laptop. We want our people to be articulate, to have sense. Not just our people, not just African, the entire world, humanity, human beings. We want human beings to think, talk like humans, not like animals. Use the brain given to you by your creator so that when you talk, you will make sense. So the task before those who find themselves in this situation is to overthrow such imposed constitutions, the union arrangements. You need to overthrow it along with the enforcers of such constitutions. All of them, both the constitution, both the people, because the constitution created the people that are enforcing it. So you're not going to remove the constitutional arrangement and leave those ones behind. All of them, all their government establishment, everything needs to be phased out. That's why we'll talk about transition. Because in transitioning, you move from point A to point B. You're phasing out an old system, like old wine. And you can't put a new wine in an old wine skin. It has to be new wine in new wine skin. So that's why everything goes out. So the revolution to overthrow such imposed union arrangements could be led by patriots in the military in the form of coup d'etats, as we have seen in Guinea, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Chad, Sudan, Gabon. You can see it happening, you know. So that's a way of doing it. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it could also be by popular mass revolts, as we have seen in Arab Spring that swept through northern African countries of Tunisia, Algeria, and Egypt a few years ago. We have seen it. We saw when it happened. And then we're bringing up the video for you, the map. Look at this map. You see this map? You see when all these coup d'etats happening. You saw Chad. If you look at it, you see it's following a pattern. You see that red place? You see what is going on? You see it's following a pattern. They are breaking away. All these are mainly the Francophone countries that got France with their own pact for colonization, continued colonization, used to hold them down. And these things have details of what they have been doing. So you see, these people are freeing themselves. So the coup we have seen across the West and Central African sub-regions since 2021 have been mostly by the indigenous military officers in the armed forces of those countries. They are the ones overthrowing the imposed union arrangements. That's the constitution of their land, of the colonial master, not of their land, and to recover their hijacked sovereignties. So if you go on Google, you're going to see this map. You study it better and understand what is going on. So you see, it's a pattern. You see how it's going? You see how it's going. So we keep telling people that freedom is coming to Africa. Somebody said, oh, don't make excuses. We're not making excuses. We're not here to make excuses. We are here to tell you what is going on. Our story is what we're telling. We are telling our story. We are telling you what happened to us. And we are telling you how we are going to fix the problem. So like we keep saying, don't come here and make comments that do not align with what is being discussed. On this platform, we want human beings to behave like human beings. We don't want human beings to talk as if they are maybe AI or one kind of robot that is just talking without thinking. So that's why we come here, to help our people to use their brain, understand the problem, and then be part of the solution. Everybody must be part of this solution because it's important for everybody to be part of it. So we salute the courage of the patriots who are leading the charge for this long overdue liberation of Africa across the various countries already undergoing transformation. We salute people like our sister, Dr. Arikana. I might not pronounce her name very well. Say Chihumbori Kwa. You see her beautiful picture. We also have Professor PLO Lumumba, and then others that we can't mention here. These are patriots. They're already leading because information is key. They are taking charge in awakening our people. When they saw certain information, they did not keep quiet. They did not say, oh, let me stay here and enjoy my position and be buying cars, buying designer wares, doing this. I don't care if I talk now, enter trouble. No. They brought out certain information to awake the people. That is what you are seeing happening in their land, because information is power to liberation. So they led charge to awake the people to this urgent task of liberating Africa from the bondage of slavery and colonialism. We are not covering it. We are not going to be shy about it. No, we will say it as it is. That's why we are daughters of truth. Colonialism and neocolonialism is still going on. We are not making excuses. We are saying it as it is. That's one change that has not happened because some people are sitting on it. So we pull up another one. We are telling you some of our patriots are already working because we keep telling our people it's not by noise making. There is a strategy to it. There is a way it has to be done. So our sister, Kemi Badnock, she said, I'm Yoruba. I have nothing in common with Boko Haram heaven of northern Nigeria. That's what she said. Why did she say? There's a note to that. I'll read the note. He said, Badnock, however, is ready to fight. Her Nigerian heritage often comes up in conversations about her straight talking style. But she says this misses the point. I find it interesting. Everybody defines me as being Nigerian. I identify less with the country than with the specific ethnicity, Yoruba. That's what I am. I have nothing in common with the people from the north of the country, the Boko Haram, where the Islamism is. Those were our ethnic enemies, and yet you end up being lumped in with those people. This is somebody speaking at the international scene. So what we're saying is not what you say from under the table. It is not. Okay, I got a message that somebody called Odera or whatever. I've not seen the comment he made. Something about election boycott. No, we're not talking about election boycott, please. We are talking about bringing down the whole structure. Think out now, my people. Let your brain move faster. Expand your brain. We are not talking about election boycott that you do on election day. No, those ones are the things that criminals do. We are talking about the entire system, the entire structure, stopping the whole vehicle. We are not even going to any, that is, the election is not holding. The campaign is not starting. I don't know if you understand it. It's called transition. We move from point A to point B. It's not some people doing election and some people not doing. Some people voting and some people not voting. No. That's not what we're saying. We are talking about joining this campaign. All of us will make enough noise because it's called building consensus. You see, we are telling you some of the noise, things that people are already saying at national level and international level. This comment that Kemi made, it means no union. A top politician in Britain is standing up to say this type of thing. There are certain people that just a phrase, all they need is just a phrase or just a word is enough. That's why we say there is a strategy. This is not what you do under the table in your mother's kitchen, or you be hiding and running around inside bush and shouting, they're killing me, they're killing me. No, that's not how this type of fight is fought. It's a big fight, and it has to be fought the right way. on the table. We are not people to be under the table, running up and down under the table and saying, oh, please, now leave me alone. No. We have moral justification for what we are demanding for. But you have to do it respectfully. You respect yourself. You respect your neighbor. You respect even the people you're discussing with. You will talk it until they will look stupid. This thing we are pushing, there's a place we will reach. When you come on social media and say certain things, you will look very stupid because everybody will look at you like, who is this one? Where are you coming from? Which Imofia did they bring you out from? Because this conversation is going to take center table. Yes, I promise you. He's going to take center. We will fix it. Like I said, everybody go chop breakfast. And everybody's already chopping breakfast. So the statement that Kemi made means no union. It means stop calling me a Nigerian. I'm not a Nigerian. I'm a Yoruba woman. That's what she's saying. So that thing you people did and mix everybody like ngongo inside pot of soup, it's not working. I'm not recognizing it. She had the boldness to say it. So I tell you, conversations are going on. Discussions are going on. We are only inviting you to be part of the conversation. We are bringing you in. Because if you don't have the information, you will not know how to be part of the conversation. If you go there, you'll be making noise. You think it's Inzukon Umona, or you think it's beer parlor discussion where people are talking under the influence of alcohol. Madam, give me one bottle. No, we don't want you to be in that group of people that your brain is not functioning. That's why we come here every Saturday, to give you the information you need. So that once the conversation starts, I mean, it's already going on. If it gets to your table where you are, you will know what to say. When you open your mouth, wisdom will come out. So, of course, Ninas is leading this task of sovereignty recovery, because we told you sovereignty recovery. They took our power and sovereignty away. Though not legally, because you can't take somebody's sovereignty. They imposed something to suppress our sovereignty. So we want to get the full recovery of it. So we're talking about union reconfiguration, and Ninas is leading it. It's humongous task to end neocolonialism, to end colonialism officially. So we are witnessing the terminal phase of centuries of enslavement and colonization of Africa. We told you here that 1884-85, they balkanized Africa to themselves. So it's centuries of enslavement. I told you it's over 1500. There's not something that you just started now, or you just when your brother entered into Aso Rock. No. It's a big thing. So don't make it personal. Each time we are talking about this thing, please do not make it personal. Do not make it something that you say, hey, leave my mother alone, no. Leave my father alone, no. No. We don't even know your mother, your father. It's a big fight. We're talking about a whole continent. So Ninas is leading that task as indigenous peoples of Africa come to the consciousness threshold to enact joint jailbreak, that we finally liberate Africa from the yoke and bondage of colonialism. Inano, did you hear? Of course, that's our brother, Ratuni Nadi. For those that don't know him, he's been on this fight with others. He's a spokesperson. That's why you see more of him. But bigger people, communities, many people are part of the conversation going on. It's not about noise making. No, it's not. People are preparing themselves, getting ready to take back what is rightly theirs. And you know what? This fight is a win-win for Africans and Europeans and other parts of the world. It's a win-win. It's a win-win for all. After all these rolling centuries of being an oppressor, if Western countries can find the morality, to stop the criminality of neocolonialism against Africans, then African economic migration to Europe and other parts of the world like US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand will stop. The only reason you're seeing our people roaming everywhere, hanging and asking you for visa, asking you for Adoro, asking you for government support, is because you took our land. It's because of colonialism or neocolonialism. So if you don't want to see our people around you asking you for food, babiyala, and begging everything, allow us to go fix our land, leave our land alone. Our sister Ndidi Wecha is the one that prepared this slide. So please continue to share. We can see your comment, but we can't get to some of your comments now. We'll definitely reply later. So, and subscribe if you have not.